Sam, and also Dave. Oh, look, the sun is shining. We've had a beautiful day. Lizzie Jelves, you've put a little pep in everyone's step by arriving. We're ready.
We are ready. Great night of racing, and as Sam mentioned, it is going to be a really interesting night. This is almost like a starting point to see how some of these horses are going to kick off their spring campaign. We get to see Southport Tycoon back, Stapati as well, amongst a host of other horses that certainly, this is my favourite time of year to see horses progress into that 3-year-old or that later part of the autumn. So looking forward to it, Richo.
It's an interesting race, isn't it, the Australia Stakes? So it's a Group 2 sprint. We've got a Group 1 sprinter in Southport Tycoon, who's also a Group 1 performer out to a mile.
And loves the Valley.
Loves the Valley. Schwartz has prepped up superbly, looks to have a little X factor on it. And then there's a couple of horses. I mean, Paul Prushka's sent a task to a couple of them, 2,000 back to 12, 16 back to 12. And then there's some other horses going through the grades. It's got a lot of interesting elements to it.
Yeah, that's why I love this time of year, because there is so many unanswered questions and we're all sort of looking back and sitting back to see who is going to be able to take that next step. And I always find the autumn time, the start of this time of year is when you really see some stars emerging and big improvement from horses, and some horses that actually don't improve. So it's a bit of a moving day. I suppose there's lots of moving days throughout the autumn, but this is definitely one that I'm looking forward to seeing.
And talking about moving days, one person we're speaking to is moving out of Moonee Valley, which we're very keen to have a chat to. 41 years he's worked here at Moonee Valley as Marty Synan. Tonight is his very last race meeting, so looking forward to having a chat with him. He's been so generous to us. He's a fantastic guy and, of course, brilliant with the track.
He's just such an asset, and he is part of the fabric here at Moonee Valley, and it is a bit bittersweet seeing him move on, but I'm looking forward to seeing the work he's going to do up on the Gold Coast. And not only that, I'm looking forward to celebrating his career. 41 years in any role is absolutely amazing, but not only, he's so well respected by his peers, by the jockeys, by us as broadcasters as well, and trainers. So it's fantastic that we're going to get to chat to him tonight. I reckon there might be a few tears.
Oh.
I do.
From you?
Well, I will cry. I mean, I cry because I have to work with you, but I think there will be a few tears from Marty, because this place is very dear to him, and it's a very special moment, and what he's been able to achieve over the 41 years is, it's just incredible.
That's coming up later on in the night. We are set. Our first night meeting for 2025. We're ready. Wonder if the Rascals are ready as well. It's great trepidation, I say. Well, he has become the star of the show tonight, because everyone in Victorian racing is paying tribute to our special guest in Marty Synan. 41 years he's been involved with Moonee Valley Race Club, and he's been the track manager ever since I can remember. 41 years. You must have arrived here when you were 5, Marty.
Yeah, no, I was a young fella, but yeah, 15 when I started, so I was 14 the first year and then turned 15 in the March.
Part-time, though?
No, I did work experience, and then got offered the apprenticeship late December, and then started on January the 2nd. So just cocked up the 41 years a couple of weeks ago.
How have you made of this whole build-up the last few weeks, when everyone realised that you were moving on, and the outpouring of emotion telling everyone how much we respect you?
Yeah, it's been amazing actually, and I found out the day before Christmas I accepted the job the day before Christmas at Queensland Racing, and I didn't want to ring Michael Brow, so I let him enjoy Christmas, and then I rang him on the Friday, and he was on holidays, and I knew that, and it's not very often I ring him to ask him to catch up for a coffee, and yeah, it was very hard. So, and I think he was in shock, and he said, "I thought you were staying to the end," and I said, "Well, I am, but I'm not." So, yeah, I got that opportunity to go, and I've taken it. So I'm very happy with the decision I've made, but yeah, very sad about leaving the Valley.
We all say how special this place is and how it's so unique. What does Moonee Valley mean to you?
Means a lot. My staff are my most important thing, and Tony and Trav and Sam and the facilities guys, because I did facilities here for 10 years as well. So those guys are the thing that make me who I am, and without them I wouldn't be able to get half the work done. And I think I'm a good boss, but I can be a grumpy boss, and I'm only grumpy for a short amount of time though. So it's kind of when they get out of hand a little bit, I just pull them back in the line, but then I'm straight back talking to them straight away. So they are my friends, our families as well, like, the kids, my 3 beautiful kids, they work here on the track and in the race course as well. So it is a family, and that's what Moonee Valley's been about. So it's all about the staff, and there's probably a bit different other race clubs where staff do come first, and then everything else happens after that. So
that's great.
I'm very lucky.
It is fantastic. So many things to reflect on. 41 years, that's 41 Cox plates. They're the obvious thing. But can you remember the moment when Michael Brow and the board said to you, hey, Marty, we've got this idea. The night before the Cox plate, we're going to race a Group 1 and you're going to have to track ready for that and then back up the next day. Did you say, please don't do that to me?
No, well, we did a Thursday, Saturday.
That's
for
right.
a while, and then I think we did a Saturday, Sunday. And then, the Friday. And to be honest, we get through every year. I do always have the track a little bit firmer on the Friday night, as you know,
of course.
I think we had 5 records here one Friday night. But that's just what you're dealt with, so you just do it. So it's always the risk of rain on the Friday night, and we have had forecasts for rain a few Friday nights, but then it hasn't rained till after the races, and then we've had rain Cox Plate morning. But I do know that the track is capable of getting through, but there's been those few times where I've had sleepless nights knowing that it's going to rain, and then we'll just wait and see what happens.
It's not an easy track, is it? I mean, and being a track manager is not an easy gig, but what I always take away is you are on the side of not only Moonee Valley, but your camaraderie amongst the track managers, not just in Victoria, all around the country, is something that is very special and very important to you.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you even saw back when COVID, I'd get locked down because of close contact, and Jason, Tim and Liam come and run the race meeting for me. So, and so they say they work for Moonee Valley as well. So, but we do. And, that's through ARMA, Australian Racecourse Managers Association. And it's a massive network, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And this year I think we had over 200 at our conference. So, it is that they all say it's a bit of a junket, but it's actually just a network where you get to catch up with your mates who you don't normally catch up with, because we don't see each other every day, and just enjoy each other's time. And you'd be amazed. I tell all the young kids, like especially young track managers, it's their first time to a conference, to don't be shy, go and talk to the guys that you see on TV, like your Liam O'Keefe, because we are good blokes, and we do like to share our knowledge, and that's how these kids develop. And we're struggling to get younger kids into the industry because the pressure and the criticism and all that stuff. But old stalwarts like me, it's just water off a duck's back and we move on. But we've got some good kids coming through, and like I said, I'm looking forward to the future, and I'll continue to help young kids and mentor guys around Australia where I can. And I've been doing it in Victoria for about 5 years now, like up at Mildura and all that. Not that Muzzet needs mentoring, but he likes to have a beer with you every now and again. And he doesn't get many visitors up at Mildura. But and even the guys that are around there, some older guys in their 70s as track managers, we just got to make sure we look after these kids, let them make a few mistakes, but support them. So, and I'll do that up in Queensland as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, you talk about the network. No better example of that than what we just saw up on the Gold Coast. It's going to be part of your network.
Yeah, well, I sent Liam up to do that because I hadn't started yet. So I actually set him up to...
We gave you a rap. We said you were up there as well.
I was supervising his work.
That's
I wanted
right.
to make sure he did a good job. So, he rings me every day to ask me what to do at Flemington. So I actually look after Moonee Valley and Flemington. But he is a great mate of mine, and we have a lot of fun and banter. So.
I'm excited for you to head up to the Gold Coast, because we've witnessed what racing is like under lights, and it is going to be a very special place in years to come. But, the elephant in the room is the track. It's going to need a lot of work, but you're confident and you're looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, I've got ideas that I use down here, and we race at night as well and have a similar sort of track, different grass type. But, I'll learn about that, and I'll get up there and help Jody and the club and try and get their track to the condition that Moonee Valley's been for a long time. We still have issues here. Every track does. But I'm going to go up there and, put my wisdom into them and hopefully help them out. And as Bill Shuck said to me the other day, if you can fix all these tracks up here, I'll build a statue of you. So
yeah, that's right. So. It might be made out of paper mache, and it might end up being rained on, which is the way. Hey, Marty, two things. One, we got a special treat for you on social media. We had a little chat with your mum, who's very, very proud of you, and that's on racing.com's social media. Olivia had a chat to her. It's absolutely brilliant. That's going to be sitting there in a moment. We'll send it straight to you. But on behalf of everyone on racing.com, mate, we have absolutely loved working with you.
Yep.
You're an absolute star, and you're going to fly in Queensland, buddy.
Thanks, Richo, and I've loved every minute of it. And I think I've got a few Mooward awards over there.
Yeah, you have?
I've never won one. And, to be honest, it's one thing I'd love to win, like a Mooward award. Well, but I'll keep trying.
Please do.
If you can grab footage from Queensland, I'll hand it off.
Please.
So, I was with Simon Marshall up there. Imagine, man, he's a great man, mate, but he can keep winning it because he is the best.
He is the best.
He is the best. He says you're the best too.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
What a star he is, Marty Simon. Simo, nice kind words to you too.
Between Southport Tycoon and Stapati, who they've come for. 18-9 Apache Song, shooting for 4 in a row. Once again, Damien Lane. He's got his eye in here, and this horse has pace, can sit it on pace and absorb it. You'll see Damien Lane want to ride the percentages there and keep that horse off the fence. 41 to 26, $1 million. And drawn barrier 4. Second up form, okay. $26, a little bit of sniff there. And Title Fighter, if you don't mind, umpired the blowout at $27. So they've come for Stapati here. Maybe the way the map is travelling here at Moonee Valley since race 1. They've all won 3, 4, 5, 6 off. $250 now, the favourite. Wonder what he's going to start. Well, let's have a look at him in the yard. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the 1-800 number or visit the website.
This mounting yard is brought to you by Cambridge Stud Stallion Sword of State, a Group 1 winning son of Snitzel, with first yearlings selling in 2025.
Yes, we go into the paddock for the feature event. Looking forward to this one. And at the top of the billing, of course, is Southport's Tycoon. And what a performance it was at the Valley last time in at the Manikato when he swooped from well back in the field under Mark Zara, and a terrific ride to land the spoils. Well, you could argue there's not the depth in this Group 2 contest, and if he turns up in that sort of form, he will be hard to beat.
Yeah, he's incredibly forward in condition. He's always been quite an athletic individual, and that's exactly how he presents this evening. He's very bright in the yard, lots of fitness on his side.
Well, Stapati's had a little freshen, of course, has been placed the last 4 runs, and, you know, go back from his last 4 runs through Cup Week when he ran in the Linlithgow, and then, you know, culminating in that run just prior to Christmas in the Ingham. So he's had about, just over a month between runs, freshened back to 1200, but he likes the Valley. I don't mind him in this distance range. I know he can compete over further, but if he gets the right run, and it's not a bad spot to be here in that running line and swooping, he could run very well. Market likes him.
Yeah, the form around him when you go back and have a look at it is excellent. You've got him, you know, running well behind Robusto, Gringotts and Komochi as well in the Rupert Clark. So he's definitely got the class to be winning a race like this, and he's got the fitness and holding together brilliantly.
We'll come back to It's Our Time. He's not there just yet. So similarly on is the next one we'll take a look at. Look, it was plain run first up on Ashford Street, and getting around that. But we did have It's Our Time, of course, and another winner to come out of that race, Romantic Choice, I think. So, look, he can improve. He's another one. He's only missed the frame once at the Valley, likes it here, can map on pace. Yeah,
it looks as though he's still going to improve throughout this preparation as well. So he's one that presents nicely with improvement also to come.
Lightly raced is Schwartz, and at his best, he's very good. In fact, if he runs to his mark where he performed in the Missile going back to August of last year, then he will be extremely hard to beat. His trial was excellent. He's had a little freshen. He goes well fresh. That's the time to catch him, and he looks well placed here. And look, I wasn't in love with the barrier, but like I said, it's not the worst spot to be in that running line if he finds a reasonable spot.
I agree with you as far as his fresh record is concerned. This is the time to be with him, and he's an interesting horse because often when you assess him, he does look as though he might need the ride. He carries that weight naturally through his midsection, but you can see over his hindquarter, he's got lovely muscle definition. He's conserving his energy, beautifully relaxed, good loose action on him. And the O'Shea and Charlton team don't travel horses unless they think they are well placed in races like this, and this to me looks like a good stepping stone for his preparation.
Well, like the stablemate was Stapati, we've got Poison Chalice, who is a very talented and progressive middle distance type. I do have my doubts whether or not he can figure here over 1,200 metres with some pretty slick customers involved. I think $21 is short enough. I just don't see him being sharp enough. I think he's good enough to be winning a race of this level, but over 1,200 it will be an ask. Yeah,
I think that that's a very fair assessment of him. He's definitely a very talented horse, but it's just whether he's sharp enough for this 1,200 metres trip. He looks well, as you would envisage. He's been up for some time, so he's got plenty of fitness there.
What you have to weigh up, whilst it's not in his distance range, takes on a horse like Title Fighter, who's won 4 of 12 as progressive, has won at the track, now steps to 1,200. But is Title Fighter good enough? Coming out of benchmark wins, back-to-back, albeit, Lizzie, so come back really well this preparation, but this is a step up.
Big step up, but doesn't look out of place, I have to say. Presents really, really well by Lean Mean Machine. So I'm trying to think if there's any similarities when I'm having a look at him. There's not too many, to be perfectly frank with you, but he does look incredibly well, turned out perfectly, and you would have to give him an opportunity to run really well. It's a big step, but he could really jump over it.
No surprise they'll well along the rivers at 100 to 1, you know, failing to win at benchmark 70s. Placed in a couple of them. He's a nice horse. He'll win more money and win more races probably, but he won't be winning here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Turned out well.
Apache Song. Gee, good luck to Michael Trotter and his team. He's a young trainer who's got, you know, not a big stable, but he does a fantastic job. And this mare, he dropped it back into benchmark levels to get her confidence up, to get some wins on the board. We've been, you know, watching her win here in easier races, Lizzie, but she's flying. She's won 3 or 4 here. She can bounce, put herself in the right spot. And you know, on official rating, she's got plenty to find. But in the here and now, she's fit, she's going well, she likes the track. So they'll be looking for some black type, and they may well get it.
She has been incredibly well placed, hasn't she, so far this preparation? And each time I see her, she turns up looking really well. And tonight, I should say, is no different. So I will be giving her a big cheer, and I think she will run very well for them.
Now, It's Our Time wasn't there when we were looking at all the horses in the yard. Has come in and then departed very quickly. He's already out on the course. So as we know him, he loves the straight, but that's doing him a little disjustice or misjustice. He does run well at a lot of different courses, but he's in flying form. He won the Standish, got a lovely ride there. The tempo wasn't strong, but if he turns up in that sort of form, he won't be far away, that's for sure. So that's It's Our Time on his way down to the start. All right, my numbers. Look, I think Southport Tycoon really tips himself. It's more whether or not you want to take the price. He got to 250 with the VOPs at 245. I think it's fair. You can make ground. If he gets the right run, I think he can win. Outside of that, I actually thought Stapati was not bad back in trip. I don't mind him here. Schwartz is obviously easy to like if Schwartz can bring that missile form. And Apache Song, good luck to Michael Trotter and his team. I went 1, 2, 5 and 9.
And with Schwartz on top, I thought that he presented very similar to how I've seen him in the past, where he's been ready to go. So he's the on-top selection. I do think that Southport Tycoon is ready to go. So if you're with him, there's no negatives about the way that he parades. Very similar numbers to Hutch, but I think Stapati looks magnificent, but he has got the fitness on his side. And of course, Apache Song, she has done nothing wrong all the way through this preparation, and she looks terrific. But I'm going to go with Schwartz, Esty.
Okay, that's a push towards Apache Song as well, though, which Mick Trotter, that would please you no end. Lizzie thought Schwartz was outstanding, but thought your mare's presented really well, so she's trained on, mate.
She has, yeah. Look, couldn't have been happy with how she's presented in the yard tonight, so, yeah, we'll see how we go.
You're thrown in the deep end, but she's shown the ability to measure up here?
Yeah, look, it obviously is a massive step up in grade, but as we've sort of previously spoken about, she's shown earlier that she's got some talent. She's got the confidence is up at the moment. She loves the valley, hence the reason we're here tonight.
And what do you say to Damien Lane? How do you see it playing out?
Look, there is a chance there could be a little bit of pressure, but I think he just needs to get her out of the gates. That's the most important part. If you're right within 10 early, just put her in a spot and then let the race unfold. I'll leave it up to him after that.
Group 2, mate. Good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
235, your favourite, dropping in from 245 now, trimming back up. Southport Tycoon will need the luck from barrier 2. You know he's a Manikato Stakes winner at this track and trip, and he's also a Group 1 winner over the mile. He's the class runner, and he's back into 235. Punters are with him. Schwartz dropped into $3.90. Get across from that outside barrier and try and control it on speed. 3 wide will be okay with him with his big action. $4. Stapati. Now the track pattern's playing in his favour. He'll be 2 to 3 pairs back, swooping at some stage, making his run to your left of screen. $4.60. Firm. And then out to $11. It's Our Time. Apache Song, the blowout, the dream. Good luck to Mickey Trotter, doing a great job. $18 to $12. And 41 to 23. Semillion is your absolute blowout. Okay, it's on now. The Australia Stakes. All said and done, Southport Tycoon is clearly the best backed in way of turnover. But when I have a look at the bet count on the books, just his nose in front of Stapati and very popular Apache Song, the 9. Get your bets on. This is the feature race. And good luck to those who are alive in the quaddie with the numbers that we produced a little earlier as well. Southport Tycoon 235. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the 1-800 number or visit the helpline.
Great to have John O'Shea and Tom Charlton's horse Schwartz here. And Tom, good to see you. Welcome to the Valley.
Yeah, it's a lovely evening. I haven't seen many Melbourne nights like this.
Oh, don't be like that. It's like this all the time.
Well, it's, the tennis must bring it about.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how's Schwartz?
Couldn't be happy with him. He's paraded beautifully. Looks fantastic. see Lizzie's put him on top, which is encouraging. So yeah, we go into the race happy, and it's gonna, just have to. Blake's gonna have to work it out in the run, and he's the right man for the job.
Yeah, how do you see that? Because there looks to be good tempo on.
Yeah, look, Blake's going to ride him as he jumps. He's a horse who likes to sort of control and be positive in his races. So if he steps cleanly and there's an option to roll forward, then that's there. Equally, if they're sort of spread out and the pace is good, he might slot in. So just left it with open book.
Okay, so Melbourne's weather copped a sledging from an Englishman. Oh, that's just about done it all for me now.
Oh, I've copped enough all day anyway.
Mate, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
It's awesome for Rosemont Stud, and also Jack Turnbull's right here, and I can just see Southport Tycoon just spinning around at the moment, mate. How is he?
He's really good, very quiet, which is a common trait of his pre-race. So, yeah, he's got the right attributes for a sprinting horse pre-race.
Yeah, 1,200 metres. We know that he's even brilliant up to a mile. So how do you see this race planning out?
Yeah, it's interesting because we've drawn low, we are at risk of being 2-3 back the fence. But also, if Mark can extricate off the rail, we could be second or third one off. So, small field, probably going to be midfield, but he's got a rapid turn of foot, so hopefully they go truly, and yeah, we're doing our best work late.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Lizzie.
Yeah, Jack Howard joins me. It's our time. Well, loved the win last time out. What do we think tonight?
He's a bit like a fine red wine. He's getting better with age, this bloke. Obviously, he's got that record down the straight and we're back around a bend, but saying that, his record around a bend's not that bad without probably as many wins as we would like. So hopefully he can be in the first 4 tonight. We can be right there, and as they come around the bend, he can balance up and show that turn of foot he had at Caulfield.
And he's trained on well since that last start performance?
Yeah, he's been super. We've haven't done a lot with him. We dashed him up in the heavy sand at the start of the week, and he's been jumping out of his skin. So he's travelled down well. He's been super out the back, so it's up to him now.
And confidence levels, you've got a good gauge on your horses. Where does he sort of sit for tonight's performance?
I think he's right there to run a really good race. His form this preparation's been super, and he doesn't have to go to a super level from what he's done previously to be right in the finish.
All right, well, best of luck.
Thank you.
There he is, Jack Howard, talking about the chances of It's Sour Time, who was terrific last time out at Flemington. Back around a bend tonight. This is a terrific race. The Australia Stakes over the 1,200 metres. Let's head up to our caller, Maddie Hill, to call all the action.
Back to the scene of the crime after a spectacular Group 1 success in the Manikato last preparation. Title Fighter going in. Title Fighter is forwards. Semyon joins the line as they are pretty close. It's Our Time. Last outstandish winner about to come forward. Schwartz in the hands of Blake Shin. 250 to 235 late with the books, the favourite, as Schwartz goes up. And the field locked away. The Australia Stakes, 38th running. Starter has them, and they're racing. Title Fighter slow away. Southport Tycoon third last away. Stapati's back with them. Semyon straight to the lead from Apache Song, and there's Schwartz pushing up on the outside, driving towards the lead. They're 2 lengths in front of It's Our Time and Poison Chalice, and then came along the river Southport Tycoon, Stapati and Title Fighter. Schwartz is going to slide to the lead. 800 metres to go. By about a length and a half, Semyon, Apache Song, and they're 2.5. It's Our Time, Poison Chalice. Then came along the river Southport Tycoons on the fence, third last. Then Stapati the outside of Title Fighter. 500 metres to go. Schwartz in front, just tried to steady before the corner. Gets its chance here by a length and a quarter. Semyon, a length and a half. Apache Song, then It's Our Time. Along the river, behind them Poison Chalice. Southport Tycoon still third last. Stapati is a long way back, brought to the outside from Title Fighter. But Schwartz clicked up, has kicked away. Schwartz 3 or 4 lengths in front of Apache Song, Semyon. Stapati from a mile back from Southport Tycoon, but it's all Schwartz with 50 metres to go. 2 lengths in front, and Schwartz too strong. Stapati second. Apache Song, then It's Our Time, Southport Tycoon. And behind those horses then was Poison Chalice. Behind those horses, Semyon. Title Fighter pulls up alongside of Along the River at the end of the field.
Class in the race, simply too fast. Blake Shin handles bars down, takes over the lead, and then sprints away from a quality field. Absolutely thrashes them in the end. Stapati's done a huge job, got back, 1,200 metres always looked to be a little short for him. He's rattled home and placed now in a Group 2 sprint at Wait for Age, if you don't mind. And Michael Trotter gets a Group 2 placing with Apache Song against the boys. That is excellent. He cost $1.25 million. And Hutch, he is really, really fast. He's won 5 from 10 now.
Yeah, love the ride, aggressive ride, and that was the advantage that he was going to have. And Blake Shen more than happy to take it up, rolled along at a good clip, and all the dangers were well back in the field, weren't they? And Schwartz was out there travelling beautifully. There was a good bit of support for him in the market as well. Followed that trial, and he did bring his best. He needed to go near it, one would imagine, from that missile form a couple of preps back, but that was a very good performance, and he was excellent tonight. Never really, Simon, worrying moment if you're on Schwartz. He took up the running, and he was just too slick.
Well, you know what we love about him is that he's a high cruising horse. He's won over 7 furlongs before, and that's at Group 3 level at the Hawkesbury Guineas. So he's got that high cruising speed. His main dangers were the hardest to beat, and Blake, she knew that. He pinched the break. The team got it right. Fantastic pre-race interview, Richo. What about post?
Well, Tom Charlton's alongside me. Tom, you and John O'Shea, congratulations. You presented him first up after some slick trials. He did the rest. Well done.
Yeah, look, he's always been a horse we've liked. He's had a lot of, ability and class, and it's had his couple of runs where he's got it wrong. But today, when you see he gets in a rhythm, he sort of kind of killed them halfway through the race and looked in control the whole way. So that's a pleasing first up run, and dare say he can improve off that.
So Blake draws the outside, one of the outside barriers, shoots forward. Did you think for a moment there, he's just going to sit off him, and then Blake goes, no, I'm just going to go and lead now?
Yeah, I think the horse sort of probably made his mind up. That's sort of his personality. You see when he trials and when he works at home, he puts a lot into it and is a very determined horse. So I think when he got control of the race, got in his rhythm, and you could see them spread out a long way, and that's probably the way that he enjoys racing.
And to win for Rosemont and that Victorian Alliance is so important. I know they've sent a lot of horses you and John's way. Yeah,
look, this horse has now won 4 stakes races, 2 at Group 2 level, and we're just so sort of grateful to have him for a great bunch of clients, and he's still lightly raced. So now time to tick off a Group 1. Yeah, that's right. Now, where is that Group 1? Because you're spoilt with choice. Logically, we'll look at the Ore. We definitely think he'll handle 1,400. So that's a logical option. We've got the Canterbury Stakes back in Sydney. That's another option down the line, and Futurity. So, look, we're just delighted and, just thankful for the team at Rosemont, and they've got themselves a lovely stallion one day. Well done, buddy. Thank you. That's awesome. Blake Shin gets a Group 2 on a horse who's going places. A lovely double for you today, and he was simply too fast.
He was, yes. He dominated that race. Wasn't sure how it was going to play out, but he jumped on the front foot, and the horse just basically took me where he wanted to be, and I just sat with him and tried to rate him as best I could. And it was a good effort because he did it start to finish, and he was a strong winner today.
Is he becoming professional? We know he's been probably his own worst enemy in the past. How was he tonight?
He was great. Look, he cantered to the barriers like an old open handicapper. Once they opened, he jumped well, and he's all business. He's a really nice entire. The guys have got a lot of fun. Well done to Rosemont and the team, and John and Tom for giving me the opportunity. It was a pleasure to ride tonight.
When you took off and when you went up outside, it looked like a tearaway leader. I thought you would just sit there, but he was going that well, you just said, I'm going to take it up.
Yeah, look, I think, like I said, I just rode with the horse. I was going to have to fight him to come back off Semillion, so I just allowed him to do his own thing and trust the horse. He was fit enough, and the guys had him well prepared, and he was too good.
And those colours are good to be wearing too, aren't they, with Mytho and Nige and the whole team? They've got a lot of horses.
They do. Look, they invest a lot. The Rosemont Alliance Syndicate trying to get colts like this to stand at their stud. So, if he can put a Group 1 on his CV, well, he might be a pretty valuable horse.
Now, the Group 1 that was mentioned was 1,400 metres. Do you think he'll run that well?
I think he will. Look, he's won over it before. If they decide to go the Ore, he'll you know, hard fit horse, second up. He'll give him something to chase.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
We talk about big stories in racing, and we saw Rosemont being able to win this feature event, but I caught up with David and Tricia Patterson, who actually bred Apache Song, and the tears are still in your eyes, Tricia. How proud of you of your beautiful mare who was able to run third at black type level?
Unbelievable, Izzy. She's just so tough. We feel so blessed, don't we, David, that we bred this girl?
Yeah. We raced the dam and we bred her and we put her with a perfect trainer. You know, it's hard to find the right breakers, spelling places and everything, you know. It's just hard getting it all in one package, and Michael's done such a fantastic job, and he's backed her all the way, and he's been right in everything he said. And to place in a Group 2 with the only mare in a race, it's pretty special.
Describe the feeling, because you've obviously been with her from the very start of her life. What's it like seeing her go over the line?
I was thinking the other day, like when she won her three on end, it's just to a stage where it's just, you just can't think about it anymore. You know, winning in the country or things like that. But when you win 3 in town in a row, it's just hard to put it all together. It's a real strange feeling.
It is overwhelming. You must be so proud. I'm going to let you enjoy the victory, and I reckon you deserve to have a black type win, and it's not too far away, guys.
Thanks.
See, I've been wondering if you'll come over.
We've seen incredible scenes here tonight at Moonee Valley, and none more fitting than seeing Marty Synan, Richo, close the gate for the very last time after 41 years.
He's been very emotional about it all, hasn't he? And I think everyone's just shown how much they respect him and love him. He's been just such a champ to deal with, hasn't he? I mean, he's got the tough job. He's got a tight little track with rail movements. He has the great race, the Cox Plate, and all the social media and the like. He just, I'm just doing my best.
Yeah, and it's all they can do. It's a thankless job. I mean, we do talk about it a lot. I mean, the criticism that curators come under in general is ridiculous. We won't go down that path. We'll celebrate Marty and what a fantastic guy he is. He's well respected. And it's sad to see him go, but I'm happy for him. He seems happy. Well, there's a new venture in his life as well, is he, up on the Gold Coast? And I think he'll enjoy it up there.
I can't wait for him to head up to the Gold Coast. It's very fitting, isn't it? I mean, it's a very similar sort of scenario with under lights now there. The tracks needs, you know, it needs some attention, and I think he sounds as though he's got a good handle on it and a good team to work with to try and get it to its best possible condition, because it is going to be a venue to be recognised, because the amount of people that they can get there, the races that they hold, then the Magic Millions, the 2 weekends. We just hope the rain doesn't come. I hope it can cope with the rain, but you know, he's got a big task, but he's the man for the job. Yeah,
it's not just the Gold Coast. So he's overseeing all racetracks in Queensland. So he was describing it to me, it's an overseeing role. So he said, you know, we've got 40 or 50 racetracks that are dirt that I've got to oversee as well, try to improve. He said, we've got a lot of racetracks. I mean, Queensland's a huge state that are run by volunteers, so trying to coordinate all of those. Of course, they've got the big metro tracks they've got to get right. So that's Marty's job.
It certainly is. Well, it's been a wonderful night of racing here at the Valley. We're certainly going to remember one thing, and that is Marty Synan's final meeting here after 41 years, 41 terrific years. And we say goodbye to him, and we say to Marty, thank you very much.
What you want, me?